Well, we're standing in the Jewish History Museum right here with Anders, and he recently wrote this book. I wanted to start with your previous book as well, because the previous one was on the looting of art by the Nazis and how it was part of their cultural ideology as well. This one is about books.
I think, art is something that most people don't have a real close relationship to. Not the great artists. You see them at museums, but you don't have them on your walls. But books, everyone has. And it's much more personal. And when you go to these libraries, for example, in Germany, and you find these looted children books or song books, it gets very personal, very, very real, because this was just ordinary people and their ordinary books that were looted. So for me, this subject is much more emotional and personal. I mean, I'm myself a book collector and have been since I was just a small child. So for me, books are also a connection to my past. I mean, I can go through my bookshelves and pick out a book, and I often remember where I bought it, when I bought it, when I read it. And it also says something about me, and that's something I felt very connected to when I wrote this book as well. The looting of art has gotten a lot more attention, but the looting of archives and libraries was much more important for the Nazis. And that's why the magnitude of the looting of books was so much greater. The estimates are that between 100 and 200 million books were dispersed during the war.
And why was it important for them?
It was important because when you own a people's archives, when you own their books, their libraries, you also own the power to write their history. I would say Amsterdam was one of the important places for the Nazis to loot, especially books, because Amsterdam, for one reason, was the city of books and book printing, and had been for hundreds of years. So there were very valuable collections here.
And in the book, you actually deliver one book from the library in Berlin. You go to England and bring that book back to the family.
Yeah, because I want to show that, I mean, when we have talked about looted art and restitution, it has always been a question about economical restitution, and I mean, artworks worth millions of dollars. But I mean that the moral core of the restitution issue isn't economical compensation, it's to restitute history and memory. I mean, this book that I returned, I mean, it cost a few euro at the most at the bookstore. But for this family, this book is invaluable. Because it's a connection to their past that they don't have. It's the only remaining thing from her grandfather. So the book, in one sense, is the gravestone. It's the proof that he lived, you can say.